Hey everybody, this is Raz, and right now we are about to hit another rant. So if you see the Reddit down with the catchphrase, that means it's that time again. So let's get down with the ground rules. Let's get right down to it. If you don't like cursing, fuck off. If you are religious, then don't worry about it. You can always leave. You don't have to listen. If you just don't like me or you don't like my views, go ahead, go to another channel. No one's forcing you to stay, okay? Now that we got the ground rules covered, let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about gamers and I'm going to talk about gaming personalities because, let's face it, it happens, okay? Now, there's many different types of gamers and many different types of personalities. I'm just going to hit the major ones and the major categories. Here's the categories that we have here. They are classified under 4 different categories: non-gamer, or hidden gamer as I like to call it, casual, dedicated, and hardcore. Okay, we're gonna briefly hit each of them and give the main tenets here. Okay, if you are a non-gamer or a hidden gamer, you're one of the ones that you are one of them cool cats. If you're a hidden gamer, you're one of them cool cats who are you look cool around your friends. You're the man among your friends. You're pretty powerful while you're at work, but when behind closed doors, your ass is on a fucking sweatsuit, your favorite boxes if you're a woman, because I've seen them like that, and a wife beater, shooting motherfuckers in the head on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, come out, alright? Just like the gay people and lesbians coming out from out of their closet, you need to come out of the closet being a goddamn gamer. Shit. Don't be afraid to be a gamer, because you're freaking level 50 when you're prestige 2 or 3 times while your friends keep talking about, oh, I can't prestige yet because these motherfuckers are shooting me online. I bet you one of the motherfuckers who are shooting them online. So fucking let it be known. Shit. If you're a non-gamer, then you're missing out on something really, really cool, okay? I'm not going to say jump into gaming. No, that's your choice. That's your prerogative, okay? Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff, okay? Here we go. Next thing, we got casual gamers. Casual gamers are exactly that. They're casual. They're either social gamers or they play every once in a while. Usually, women fit into that category. Most women, anyways. If they are gaming females, they hit in the casual categories. I understand that they game too, and they're probably not as good as men, or they may be as good as men, but they're not going to show it. Big deal. If they're a casual gamer, whether they're male or female, it's where it's at. It's where it's at. Usually, a casual gamer has about a year or so worth of experience here, and they're not really that great. If they're good, they practice, but they're not gonna show off. Then you got your dedicated gamers. Your dedicated gamers are usually the ones who have anywhere from 3 years to about 10 years, and they're dedicated. They're good. These are the ones who can play a game, beat a game in about an average time, a month or 2, maybe a month and a half at the latest, and then they move on to another game. But they don't become they don't become fans. They end up sticking to either 1 or 2 genres they like, and not trying to venture off into other genres. Usually, you get one of those. Okay. Then you get the hardcore crew. The hardcore crew is everyone 10 plus. That usually you get the extreme hardcore, like myself, who's been in for 24 years, and 20 and up. We're dinosaurs of the gaming world, by the way. But these guys play all types of games. They are fascinated by the fascination of playing games, straight out. Oh, and for those who's wondering, oh, you're probably just talking about video games. No. Games in general, whether it be poker for all the ones who like to play poker, or those who like to play trading card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. Yes, I've seen grown men in their 30s still play Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm a living example that I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, but I won't collect the cards. I play Magic. I do actual Magic. And I'm starting to get with Magic Online too. Okay? You got console gamers. You got PC gamers. If you're a gamer, you qualify. It just doesn't matter how you do it, okay? The next thing we're going to hit up is now the personalities, because there's always different types of personalities there, okay? Staying on the fact of that, let's hit up the personalities, okay? Sorry. If you catch me doing that, it's because I had to pause it. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. Let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. Gaming noobs. Alright. The noob problem has been there, stated before. But probably some of y'all don't know what a fucking noob is. A noob is a person who basically is... He's played for a minute, but he acts so much like a noob. Like a new person who's just playing the game. Like, oh, I want to get these items. Oh, I want to make sure I'm the best person in there. Oh, yeah. There's a difference between noobing and trolling. Trolling is not showing your skill and you have the skill. Noobs never had skill to begin with. And they're just trying to make themselves better off of the backs of others. I can be pissed off at a troll. I wish to annihilate noobs. That's just the way it rolls out. People of the world of Warcraft, or the world of crack, as I prefer it to, I've seen them all the time in the form of dwarves, elves, humans, hell, even orcs. So, yeah, that's never a good thing. You got a gaming newbie or a gaming novice. That's a person who just gets started. They got a lot to learn. You got a gaming mentor who will mentor them in the game, usually someone who's been playing for a while. Then you got the gaming professional, which basically they play on such a professional level, they try to make money from playing. Money matches are always big. Freaking, that's what it boils down to be right there. You got gaming specialists who specialize in one or two genres, and they never steer away from that genre. Gaming adepts are those who... gaming journeymen, actually. Gaming journeymen are those who've played for a while, who flip around from genre to genre. Okay, we got that. Then you got the gaming jonin, which is a ninja term meaning upperclassmen. At this point here, this is when gamers start freaking making themselves established. YouTube gamers like Pink Kitty Rose, Raw Mithril, freaking the guy who has a weird name starting with a Q, Proton John, myself, the Angry Video Game Nerd in the form of Angry Video Games, he's pretty competent. The Irate Gamer, Chris Boris, he's competent enough. Spoonie, the list goes on and on, but we are the type of gamers that have been playing for like 10, 15, 20 years. Come on. I've been playing for 24 years. Some of the people on YouTube got me beat. But I'm not going to freaking complain about it. Now, once you're at that level, though, you start thinking, what do I do? Become a video game reviewer? Try to do it for comedy, for lulz? Do angry video gaming? Sorry if you think I'm going to be an angry video gamer, because it's not going to work. I rant better than I freaking talk shit about video games. But my next rant will be on a series. That's a hint. It will be on a series. I won't let you know until the rant starts, though. Then you have actual legit reviewers who basically play video games, beat it, or get as close to it beating as possible, review it, and then put their reviews out for the world to see so they can get their impressions on how they play the game. Sometimes a person's review is totally solely fabricated. Like, people's like, oh, people's gonna like Skyrim, but people who are not interested in Skyrim don't play Skyrim. Oh, come on. There's people who freaking play Madden 2K12 and NBA 2K12 jumping on the Skyrim bandwagon. Come on. And I use Skyrim in this case because it's one of the most popular games out now. That and Dark Souls and UMVC3. And if you don't know what UMVC3 is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which that also got popular. It's going to be the hype game until Skullgirls and Street Fighter X versus Tekken comes out, alright? Or Street Fighter X Tekken. But, again, technicality and terms. Speaking of terms, there's the Gaming Professor, which, that's what I am. I have played more video games than a lot of you can count and remember. I've forgotten more about video games than most of you can even imagine. When you play the Atari, and you play it when you're in the age of 3, that says something about you. when your first system was an Atari, and right next to it, your mother bought you a Socrates, and you was flip-flopping between the two. Yes, for those who don't know what the fuck a Socrates was, the Socrates was the little kid's version of an actual computer. It didn't have internet. It had these small little, I want to say cartridges, but it was so long. Again, this is age coming back to haunt me. There, right there, there. Okay? Shoot. It's at the point right now where I can freaking hook. If you blindfolded me, I could tell you based off of the piece what system it goes to. If it has like a square piece and it has like coaxial, it's probably for the TurboGrafx 16, regular Nintendo, which is also interchangeable with the Super Nintendo, I believe, at least the back piece was, or the Sega Genesis. I think the Genesis was a tad bit bigger than the Nintendos were too, I believe. And depending on plug, it could be, if it's like a regular like plug, depending on the size, it could be a regular Nintendo TurboGrafx 16 or a Sega Genesis. If it had that weird little freaking plug-in shit, that was the Super Nintendo, PlayStation. Yeah, shit like that. So you can just imagine the possibilities and the endless possibilities you get with it. And I also remembered, back in the day, shit, this is age really getting with me. I had the cable plugged into the Nintendo. That's officially gangster right there. When you had, if you remember, if you could put it on your channel, or you put a comment on my channel, if you remembered having your cable hooked up to your Nintendo. So all you had to do was place it on channel 3 or channel 4, and there you go. And then and if your parents wanted to watch Jeopardy, all you had to do was finish the game, die a few times, go back, get the password, write down the password. Freaking, if you were a Mega Man fan, write down the password, save the game, turn off your Nintendo, and freaking let your parents freaking watch Wheel of Fortune and the night sitcoms. That shit was official, honestly. That was what made my day. Code Red, Mountain Dew's some shit. Then you got the gaming gurus who, they played so many games and can remember a lot of the games. They can basically play a game and within days they finished it. And usually they account for anywhere from 200 to 300 games. I'm up there, but I prefer myself being more of a professor because I like to teach. I'm not going to hide my secrets. Gurus tend to hide their secrets. So is gaming masters. There is very few people who I will ever consider a gaming master. A gaming master is someone who has played 500 plus games, can recollect every game that they played, recollect that they've beaten the game, the strategy they've used, the technique they use, do it on speed runs and various other shit. But again, the big number is 500 games. The one person who I thought was that good, until someone exposed him, was the Arcadian Game Master from New York. Now, there might be a few others that you might see, but again, 500 plus games. I haven't even played that many yet. Or maybe I have and haven't beaten them yet. Let me think. About 100 on Nintendo, about 50 on the Super Nintendo, definitely 100 for the PlayStation, about 15 on the 64. I only played the popular ones. About 9 on the Dreamcast. Yes, I have a Dreamcast. Freaking, I'm recollecting here. About 50 for the PS3. About 100 on the PS2. Now, mind you, these games I haven't beaten yet. Haven't done any for the Xbox. Well, I played only like 7 games total in both the 360 and Xbox, and vanilla Xbox. I'm close to that kind of status. Maybe. My brain hurts. Anyways, with that said, that's basically what we got here in personalities. It's very, very, very tough and very, very, very rough, to be quite honest. It takes a little bit of freaking a finesseful hand to do it, but once you get about 10 or plus years, you start thinking about this kind of stuff. That's the gaming personalities, and you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, hell, let's freaking talk a little bit about gaming etiquette. Okay, now your rules may differ from mine, but here's the standard things that I expect when gaming. One, if you're gonna shit talk, you better be good. You better be good, or you better be at least comparable. Come on now. If you're talking shit and you Super Street Fighter 4 AE is a big one I do this on. Okay, I got 500 points. I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay, first off, I'm 400 points ahead of you. Okay, I'm at 900, 1,000 range right now. 2, your best character's at only 700. My Adon's at 3,000 BP and rising. And you're probably gonna try to freaking do jumping hard kick into sweep. The basic 2 to try to win your matches when you get scared. All I'm gonna do is just rush your ass down. I'm calling it as I see it. And guess what? It usually happens that way. And I get free points. So if you're gonna shit talk, make sure you can back it up. If you're a first person shooter doing that, okay, fine. Granted, you got me there. But in a fighting game, you might want to take a back seat before you start popping that yin yang, alright? Number 2, do not bring your little kids to freaking curse me the fuck out. You curse me the fuck out if you like, sure. But don't let your little kids do it. That's bad. That's just bad. That's just bad in general, alright? And you can go back to my second rant on parenting on that one if you want to fucking put that in your fucking pie and eat it. Next thing is this. Don't disconnect if you're getting your ass kicked. Take your ass kicking like a motherfucking man or woman. Man up. Tighten your jock strap. Get your panties all straight. Get them out your damn pussy. Yes. Because some female gamers tend to disconnect too when they get frustrated. Get it out your pussy. Unclog that pipe of yours. Freaking get the wedgie out your ass, men. And stop wearing your britches like a motherfucking thong. Man up and freaking take your ass kicking like a man. I don't disconnect. Not intentionally anyways. If the connection drops, I'll give you a rematch. I'm not afraid. If I was losing before, it's not going to do much different. It's not going to change much. It just means that now you'll get credit for the points. It's not going to change much. If I'm kicking your ass, you take it and freaking go about your goddamn business. Go find someone else that you can compete against. If you can't compete against me, find someone else you can compete with. And also, don't bite off more you can chew. This happens on first-person shooters. Especially happens to me. I try to go into a room. I'm not expecting much. I'm gonna get shot up. I'm gonna have more deaths than I do kills. If I can get 5 kills, I'm a happy camper. Honestly. If I can get 10 kills, I'm ecstatic. I'm lifted. I'm like, yes, I got my first game that I got double-digit kills, and I died so often. But that requires me to be a camper, and I'm not a camper. I'm sorry. So that's my basic rules of etiquette. And if you have a mic, please no freaking feedback. The PlayStation Eye was bad enough. All right. So that's it for this rant. The next one's going to be on a series. So, I'm Raz. Take care of yourself. And remember, peace be with you, bitches. Peace.